Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we will talk about the Trump's warnings, Arizona law updates, and positive news on TPS. In a rapidly shifting political landscape, former President Donald Trump's recent warnings continue to stir national debates, while Arizona's latest legal developments bring new challenges to the forefront. Amidst these concerns, there's a glimmer of hope for many immigrants with the latest positive updates on temporary protected status. This video explores the implications of Trump's statements, the evolving legal framework in Arizona, and what the TPS good news means for affected communities. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. The landscape of U.S. immigration is rapidly shifting, with former President Donald Trump issuing strong warnings about his plans for immigration enforcement, Arizona pursuing controversial state-level immigration laws, and new developments on temporary protected status bringing hope to many. These topics reflect the ongoing complexities and tensions in immigration policy as the U.S. navigates its political, social, and economic landscape. Trump's immigration warnings. Donald Trump has never been shy about his stance on immigration, and his latest warnings are no exception. As the 2024 election approaches, Trump has promised to enact sweeping changes to reverse immigration policies implemented by the Biden administration. One of the most significant pledges involves deporting over 1 million immigrants who were admitted under two key Biden-era programs. The first program in Trump's crosshairs is the asylum program facilitated by the CBP One app. This app allows individuals to make appointments at U.S. border crossings to seek asylum. To date, the app has processed over 800,000 asylum seekers. Trump has made it clear that, if elected, he will eliminate this program, arguing that it undermines U.S. immigration laws and encourages illegal migration. Additionally, Trump has vowed to terminate the parole program, which has allowed around 500,000 individuals from Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Haiti to enter the U.S. This program permits monthly admissions of 30,000 individuals from these countries. Provided they have financial sponsors in the U.S., Trump has criticized this program as a way of bypassing existing immigration laws, vowing to halt it immediately upon taking office. While Trump's proposed mass deportations would face numerous legal, financial, and logistical hurdles, his rhetoric has alarmed immigrant communities. Immigration advocates argue that these programs help reunite families and address labor shortages, highlighting their positive impact on both the individuals involved and the U.S. economy. Despite the challenges his plans may face, Trump's warnings serve as a reminder that immigration will remain a focal point of the 2024 election, with stark contrast between the policies of the current administration and those proposed by his campaign. Arizona's proposed immigration law. As Trump continues to make waves on the national stage, Arizona is dealing with its controversial immigration issues. In November, voters will decide on a proposition that would make unauthorized entry into the U.S. a state crime. If passed, this measure would significantly alter the way Arizona handles immigration enforcement, allowing state and local law enforcement to arrest and prosecute individuals for entering the U.S. illegally. Sheriffs from 4 Arizona border counties have already expressed concern about the potential implications of the law. They warn that enforcing this measure would be nearly impossible without additional funding and resources. Critics argue that the law could lead to racial profiling and further strain already overburdened local budgets and prison systems. Moreover, immigration enforcement is traditionally handled at the federal level, and there are questions about whether Arizona's state law could be implemented effectively without significant state or federal support. Local sheriffs have raised alarms about how they would manage the increased costs and responsibilities if the law were passed, suggesting that they would likely turn to the federal government for financial assistance. Despite these concerns, there is strong public support for stricter immigration policies in Arizona, particularly in border counties that have experienced high levels of migrant crossings. Many believe that the proposition will pass, but even if it does, its enforceability remains uncertain. The Arizona proposition reflects a broader trend of states taking immigration matters into their own hands in response to perceived inaction at the federal level. While the Biden administration has overseen a reduction in border crossings in recent months, states like Arizona continue to push for more stringent measures, highlighting the ongoing debate about the best approach to managing the U.S. southern border. Positive news for TPS holders. Amidst the political turmoil surrounding immigration, there is good news for individuals with temporary protected status. A recent settlement known as the Carson Settlement has provided new hope for TPS holders who have been living in the U.S. under a cloud of uncertainty due to removal orders issued against them. TPS allows individuals from countries experiencing ongoing armed conflict, environmental disasters, or other extraordinary conditions to remain in the U.S. temporarily. However, many TPS holders also have removal orders on their records, preventing them from adjusting their status and applying for green cards. The Carson settlement, which was reached a few years ago, provides a pathway for TPS holders to reopen their removal cases and potentially have them dismissed. Under this settlement, TPS holders who meet specific criteria can submit requests for prosecutorial discretion, which would allow their removal cases to be reopened and dismissed. The criteria include currently holding TPS status, having a removal order issued by the Executive Office for Immigration Review or the former Immigration and Naturalization Service, having traveled outside the U.S. on advance parole, being eligible for adjustment of status, meaning they have an approved immigrant petition such as an I-130 and a pathway to a green card. This policy is especially time-sensitive, as it is set to expire on January 19, 2025. TPS holders who are eligible should act quickly to submit their requests, as processing delays may impact their ability to take advantage of this opportunity before the deadline. While the Carson settlement provides a lifeline for many TPS holders, it is important to note that this policy primarily applies to individuals who have traveled on advance parole. Those who have not traveled on advance parole may still have options to reopen their cases, but the process may be more complex. Additionally, other immigration policies such as parole in place for spouses of U.S. citizens remain in limbo as they await decisions from higher courts. This uncertainty continues to create challenges for many families who are hoping for a resolution to their immigration status. Conclusion: as the U.S. navigates the complex and often contentious issue of immigration, it's clear that changes are on the horizon. Whether it's Trump's warnings of mass deportations, Arizona's push for stricter immigration enforcement, or the positive news surrounding TPS, the outcome of these developments will have significant implications for millions of individuals in the future of U.S. immigration policy. Staying informed and acting quickly in response to policy changes will be crucial for those affected by these issues. As political tensions rise and states like Arizona push for new legal measures, the future remains uncertain for many. However, the recent good news surrounding temporary protected status provides a much-needed respite for those facing instability. As the nation navigates these complex issues, staying informed on Trump's warnings, state laws, and immigration policies will be crucial for understanding the direction America is headed. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, US Immigration. We hope you are doing great. In this video, we will talk about the Trump warnings, Arizona law updates, and positive news on a TPS. Recent immigration developments involve significant updates regarding Donald Trump policy plan, legal changes in Arizona, and good news for temporary protected status holders. Donald Trump has announced that if re-elected, he plans to deport over 1 million immigrants who were admitted under two programs introduced by the Biden administration. The first program he intends to dismantle is the CBP-1 app, which has helped over 8 lakh asylum seekers by allowing them to schedule appointment in the US borders for asylum processing. The second program involves the payroll system, which has allowed about 30,000 people per month from countries like Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Haiti to enter the US provided they have financial sponsors. Trump criticizes this initiative as bypassing immigration law and vows to eliminate them. However, immigration advocates argue that these programs have been beneficial by reuniting families and helping address labor shortages. Meanwhile, Arizona is set to vote on a proposition in November that would make unauthorized entry into the US a state crime, further intensifying the immigration debate. This proposal has raised concern among sheriffs for Arizona border counties who want that enforcing the measures would be challenging due to a lack of funding, potential racial profiling, and the strain it would place on a local prison system. Typically, immigration enforcement is managed by federal authorities, but these measures would shift some responsibilities to local law enforcement, raising questions about how they would manage the increased cost and the workload without additional state or federal support. Despite this concern, a public demand for stricter immigration policies may result in the proposition passing, aiding complexity to local immigration enforcement. On a more positive note, there is a good news for TPS holders with the removal orders. Thanks to the Carson settlement, TPS beneficiaries who have removal orders may be able to reopen their cases and potentially apply for a green card. This opportunity is available to TPS holders who meet specific criteria. They must have a removal order, currently hold a TPS status have a travel on an advanced parole and be eligible for adjustment of status, such as having a pensioner in the US. The window to take advantage of this policy is limited as it expires on January 19, 2025. TPS holders who qualify are encouraged to act swiftly as a processing delays could occur. This video highlights the ongoing complexity of US immigration policy with the potential shifts in enforcement and opportunities for certain immigrants depending on legal and political changes.